Hey everyone, so today's video is actually going to be another updated foundation routine. I'll show you step by step what I do every day to have a very natural looking but flawless skin. It is amazing. I don't know if it's the combination of products that I use or just the method that I apply them, but I have very oily skin and I managed to go all day without touching up my concealer, my powder, anything. I don't need to blot. Nothing. So it is amazing. I've been using this foundation routine for the past month and a half maybe, and I just wanted to share it with you all. I know I do a lot of foundation routines, and that is because I have so many foundations. I'm constantly looking for a product that will make my skin less oily. It will last all day. It will give me good enough coverage. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look too powdery. You know, and I think that I have finally found the answer, and I love how it looks, I love how it feels. It doesn't feel heavy, it feels just like my natural skin, and it looks just like your natural skin. So if you want to see how I do it step by step, then keep watching. So I've just washed my face and toned it, and I'm now going to go in my moisturiser. The moisturiser I use is the oil-free moisturiser from Neutrogena, and I just apply about that much onto my finger. I'm also going to go in with my foundation now. The foundation I'm using is the Revlon Colour Stay in the shade 150 Buff, and it's the combination oily skin version. I'm just going to apply the smallest. I'm going to apply about that much on my finger. What I do is I just rub them together. This creates sort of a tinted moisturiser. This is a step that you could miss out. I do it because I feel like if I get a little bit of coverage in now, I don't have to use as much foundation, so it looks a lot more natural. You're not layering foundation on top of foundation on top of foundation, because that can look quite cakey. So now what I do is I take that same foundation and I'm just going to apply some onto the back of my hand. It's rather a lot, I won't need that much. What I do is just get some on my finger and then just dot it on my face. And what I do is I do one section at a time, because this dries really quickly. The tool I'm going to blend it out with is actually my beauty blender. All I've done for my beauty blender is I've held it under a cold tap and I've just squeezed out all the excess water so it's nice and damp. I personally think that you should use cold water with it so the sponge isn't hot. I always think if something's hot it's going to be opening your pores, so you don't really want to do that if you're then applying heavy foundation over it, because it's just going to clog up your pores. And what I do is I just work around the areas of my face. Just with bouncing motions and buffing motions. What I then do is just go round my neck and just sort of pull down any of the makeup just so it blends down into your jaw. So whatever is left in my hand, I'm just going to take that off with a tissue just so we don't get a mess anywhere else. So I'm now going to go in with my concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the MAC Studio Finish in NC15. Just going to take that with my finger and just apply it on, any blemishes or redness. So I go around my nose, I go onto my nose as well because I've got quite a red nose. I have quite a lot of pigmentation on my nose and in between my eyebrows. So all I do, I just go again with my beauty blender and just buff that concealer in. Again, pulling it down my neck just to blend out any harsh lines. Around my nose, I just turn it over and go in with the pointed side. Just go all the way around my nose. It gets into any creases and just blends it out. So I'm also going to do my under eye concealer with this method as well. I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown creamy concealer. It's in the shade Porcelain. I'm just going to get that and just apply it underneath my eye. I'm just going to go in with that pointed end of my beauty blender and just buff that in. Until it's all blended, you can pull it down just so it blends out nicely. And I also apply my blusher with this. I'm going in with a cream blush. This is the Maybelline Dream Touch blush in the shade 6. And I'm just going to apply that onto the apples of my cheeks. I'm just going to go in with that big end of the beauty blender and just buff that in. You can smile to get the placement that you want the blush to go in. And just buff. Okay, so that is pretty much my foundation done. It's really natural looking. It pretty much just looks like your natural skin. But I'm just going to go in with a slight setting powder because I do have oily skin. I'm going in with the Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals. It looks like this. I'm just going to take that on a wedge sponge. And what I do is just tap it in, rub off any excess. And what I do is just press it into around my nose, onto my nose. Slightly onto my forehead and onto my chin. And anywhere where I get oily. Also what I do, I just go underneath my eye where I've applied that concealer just so it doesn't crease. I don't know whether it's because I use a sponge with this or if it's just the product itself or it's just the makeup application, but I find that I don't have to touch up my skin through the day, which is amazing because I have oily skin. I always have to blot my face, repowder my face, reapply my makeup all the time, and this makeup routine I just don't have to do that, so it really is amazing. I've really found something that works for me now. And last but not least, I'm just going to do my eyebrows, and to do my eyebrows I use a Maybelline eyebrow pencil, which is getting incredibly short and I need to purchase another one. All I do is just really light strokes, just fill it in my eyebrows, extend them if you need to, and they just look really natural. Again on the other side. And then all I do to set them is go in with my number 7 Lash and Brow Perfector. All I do is just wipe off some of that product because it can be a little bit too much. And I just brush my brows upwards and down. And it just sets them into place. So that is my foundation complete. So after I've applied all my foundation, then I will actually clean my sponge, and I do this every day after I finish my makeup, and I go in with the Virgin Coconut Oil Shampoo by Dr. Organic. It's a bioactive hair care line and it's supposed to be moisturising and nourishing. I got this from just a health food shop. And basically I just pour a small pea-sized amount and I just rub it all in. I run it under hot water, I get all the bubbles out, and I will completely rinse it until it is clean, and then I will leave it on my windowsill to dry. Then I can use it again tomorrow for my foundation routine. I love this product. And I don't know if it's just the way I apply my foundation with this beauty blender, but it just looks so natural, you know, there's no harsh lines on my face, and yeah, it just I don't need to keep reapplying my makeup throughout the day, and I just love this foundation routine if you didn't guess already. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all very soon.